I've been. Dreams are seeds we plant, my friend. Dusty boots, but a heart of gold. Your story's waiting to be told. Inventive journey, here we go. Through highs and lows, we let it flow. Startups rising, small but shine. Your time is now, your stars align. Cowbell ring and feel the beat. Hustle hard, don't take a seat. Every step you're blazing trails. Inventive journey never fails. Inventive journey, here we go. Through highs and lows, we let it flow. Startups rising, small but shine. Your time is now, your stars align. Inventive journey, here we go. Through highs and lows, we let it flow. Startups rising, small but shine. Your time is now, your stars align. Inventive journey, here we go. Through highs and lows, we let it flow. Startups rising, small but shine. Your time is now, your stars align. Your time is now, your stars align. Your time is now, your stars align.
Hey everyone, this is Devin Miller with another episode of the Inventive Journey, where we are today, where we are exploring Sergey, and I'm not going to even venture to pronounce his last name. I'll let him do that. But his journey from growing up in Moscow and becoming an engineer to founding and or being a founding partner and starting his current company, Oversecured. So I am your host, Devin Miller at Miller IP, where we help startups and small businesses with their patents and trademarks. So now, with no further ado, let's dive in and welcome Sergey onto the podcast.
Yeah, thank you, Devin. Thanks for having me here.
Absolutely excited to have you on. So I gave the real quick introduction, but why don't we dive in and tell us a little bit about your journey, how it got started at growing up in Moscow.
Yeah. Let's go. So, as you mentioned, yeah, my journey was started in Moscow, and I was studied in one of the best Russian technical schools. It's Bauman Technical University, and I studied robotics engineering there. At that time, I wasn't really passionate about robotics, but it sounds cool, so I chose this 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 grade. And yeah, in parallel, I was playing water polo, and I spent like maybe around 15 years of doing that. It was like 6 days a week, 3 hours a day, and I was a part of young youth national team. And I think it was an amazing time because a lot of competitions, and it's a teamwork, and yeah, like during all the future life, I was searching for something to compete with the people, but doing it in a team. I think that's amazing thing because you could like share your this experience, and you could share your emotions with the team. And so after second year in the university, I started working in the company, and we did an enterprise automation in energy sector. So we were building the product to help enterprises to collect the data and to analyze this data to set and to approve the tariffs.
Now,
Yeah,
just rewinding a little bit, if I remember, or once you graduated, I think the first thing that you did, if and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you actually started a food delivery business. Is that where
it
the journey
was
got started?
after. No, no,
Okay,
it was
gotcha.
after this company. Yeah, yeah, it was after this company because, like when I was 20, I finished my like water polo career and I like started doing CrossFit and it was also like 5 days a week. And during this period of time, I realized that the food and that your meals is very important for building the muscles and for your stamina and etc. You know that I believe because you do a lot of running. And during this period of time, me and my friends, two of my friends, we decided to try our first business. Yeah, and it was in the same period of time when I did enterprise automation, but as a pet project, we started a company called Just Food, and it was a meal kit delivery service. So we hired a woman, and she cooked meals based on our requests, and we shared this information with our with the guys with whom we do training, and it started growing. We didn't expect it, and it started growing quite fast because during this period of time in Russia, the influencers in our field who promote, I don't know, health lifestyle, and who promote the like a gym style lifestyle, they wasn't really popular, and the advertising there was quite cheap. So we just like sent them an examples of our meals, and they posted information about that, and we got a lot of requests from the people, and there are a lot of orders. Like from, I don't know, from one post we could get around 20 orders, and it's quite a lot because this influencers wasn't really popular. And so during that period of time and in that moment, we had no idea about what is venture business, about how is doing business which are like with a negative profit. And that's why we built a profitable company. And so yeah, and we achieved like annual revenue around 10 million dollars. And after that, we decided it took like around maybe 6 years to achieve it, and we decided to raise money because during that period of time, I thought that that's your decision if you're building a venture business or not. But later, I understand that the market is like deciding if you should do venture business or not. Because if all of your competitors raise money, in that case you has no any other option if you want to compete with them. And we raised money quite late because all of our competitors they raised money just like long time before that, like a few years before that, and that's why they were ahead. But we raised money, and that was just like a few months before the war between Russia and Ukraine started, and because of that, I it forced me to move from Russia to finally Portugal. But I was traveling through a lot of countries as uh, other entrepreneurs who did business in Russia, and so I stepped out from of running the company because of that, and spent like a few years of doing some consulting, some small like experiments in business and etc. And like finally, I wrote for me like a number of requests and a number of requirements. What should be in my next in my next company, like what it should be. And there was uh, that I definitely need a partner who is an engineer because even if I have an engineering
So just
degree,
one quick
yeah.
question just to dive in before we get to the next company. So you did that. I think you built the that company before you exited for about 6 years. Now how did you make the decision, or what was kind of the tipping point between continuing on? You said, hey, late raise, that kind of impacted things, but kind of what made you decide to exit or otherwise, sell the company versus a pivot or adjust or otherwise can or pursue it in a different direction?
Because because of the like geopolitics, it's not possible to if you have an ambition to build a global company, and if you have an ambition to make a company which is operating on like West markets, it's not possible to make it from Russia, and it's not possible to do business there. It's not possible to live there, and also if you are not like supporting all the stuff which is happening around, that was the main reason to move. Because during all the period of time, I was dreaming about to build a global company, which
Hmm.
yeah, and that was the main reason. And I decided that if I want to build a global company, and if it's not possible to move this company because it's like offline business, it's an intersection of tech things and of offline business, because we call it food tech business, because we have like our own ERP system. We developed it by our hands, and it was even before vibe coding stuff. Yeah, because you should be an engineer. We had very strong team of engineers. We built our own applications. We built our own engine to predict which meals our customers want to receive or not. And yeah, even though it was a tech company, it was very it has very strong connection to the region, to this location.
Gotcha.
And yeah, because of that, it wasn't possible to move it as well.
Okay, gotcha.
uh
So you decided, okay, want to build a global company. Current one isn't necessarily going to work, or otherwise, be the setup that you'd want, given the current environment and location and kind of the limitations there. So as you were saying, you decided to build a new company or go and do something differently, and you're deciding kind of what that criteria might be. So maybe if you want to pick it up from there.
Yeah. So and yeah, I just like yeah wrote a few criteria there, and the first one was that I need an engineer. I need a partner who should be an engineer, because even though if I'm has an engineering degree, I know how to work with engineers. I know how to manage them. I know how to build a partnership with them. But I'm not an engineer myself. I mean that I don't develop like IT products and etc. I know how to manage this development, but I don't do that myself. And that's the first thing. Another thing is that I believe that the journey from 0 to 1 is very tough journey, and it's like the number of companies, the conversion, like to stay alive, and the chance to stay alive when during this journey from 0 to 1, when you have nothing, and to the moment when you have something, it's really low. And so the second criteria is that I am not sure that I'm ready to go through this process uh, like during this period of time, because it was really like tough time, and a lot of like bad things were happening around. And I wasn't sure that I have a lot of like power, energy, experience of doing that on a market where I has no experience during that period of time. So that was the second criteria. And the third one was that I want so that means that I want to join the company, and to find a company to join. And the third criteria was that I wanted to be a global company, which has no strong connections to some region. I mean that I want to build a product which we could serve to different regions, to different countries, to different uh, like yeah, to different countries. And so I was looking on this paper on this list and thought that it's not possible to find something, you know. And I started to talk with everyone because I have like a big network in founders community and in investors community, and I started to talk with everyone. So I started to share the information about me, like that I'm looking for some new opportunity, and that during that period of time I was dreaming about to, and there was the fourth criteria that it would be amazing that if that would be a robotics company, because I know something about that. I have no experience on robotics, but I have a degree on robotics engineering, and I believe that next GPT moment should be in robotics engineering. I still believe on that, and that's why I thought that it's maybe the strongest opportunity. But in the same moment, I thought that it's not possible to find something with which is like meet say all of this criteria. And so I started to talk with everyone, and with the people in my network, with their friends, with other people with whom they connected me. And I could give here like maybe just the main advice for the people who are looking for something is to talk with everyone, because I decided that I will talk with everyone, even though if I think that this connection can't like bring me to the things which I want. For example, if this is a, I don't know, like a company which is working on the field which I'm not really like, and etc. So I decided to talk with everyone, and in the end, one of this connection, they helped me to connect with my current partner. They met me with him, and they said that he is like looking for the partner because he's an engineer. And I believe that it's a good moment to say a few words about my current partner. He's the founder of Oversecured, and his name is Sergey Toshin. He is one of the greatest hacker in mobile application field. So he was number one during like a few years in a row. He was number one in HackerOne. HackerOne does the platform where enterprises and hackers meet. So hackers who are hacking the companies, they try to find vulnerabilities in enterprise products, and if they find something, they report about this vulnerability through this portal, through HackerOne, and enterprises analyze these reports and pay bounties to the hackers if this vulnerability is valid. So he did this hacking. It calls like white hacking on scale. And he built a lot of automations for himself, and he also achieved number one place in the rank of Google Play Security Awards. Like a few years ago, Google launched his Google Play Security Awards, so they rewarded hackers who find vulnerabilities in all popular apps which are existing in the Google Play store. So if the app has more than 1 million downloads, you could find vulnerability, and if you find vulnerability there, they pay you a bounty. And during 5 months, he received more than $1 million, and it was more than everyone else combined. And he decided to try to build a product based on this expertise. And before the moment when we've met each other, he spent a few years of building the product. That was a R&D stage. And during this stage, he was building a product, and it was also a tough time because it was a bootstrap mode, and he's an engineer. He is not a business guy, and like in the end of 2024, and it was like a Christmas holidays between 2024 and 2025. We met each other, and we spent a few days together, and we realized that maybe it's a good thing to build a partnership because uh, it may be like very well balanced because he's an engineer. He wants he had a tough experience building a business. He wants to focus more on building the product. And I'm looking for a partner to build a company, global company, which build a tech product. And he's an engineer. And that sounds like an amazing partnership. And like after 1.5 years of doing that, I would say that it's an amazing partnership for us. And so we agreed on uh, build the company together. Uh, so like this, my journey in cybersecurity was started, and I'm like I had no experience before that in cybersecurity. I had an experience in building an enterprise software, but cybersecurity, it's very special market. And last 1.5 years, we are building a go-to-market strategy and go-to-market activities. We are defining the product and etc. And so our main product is platform, which we sell to enterprises, and it helps enterprises to find vulnerabilities in their mobile applications. So we analyze their code base, find vulnerabilities there, and help them to fix it. And we have like a bunch of customers. Most of them are enterprises. It's a huge companies like Google, TikTok, Expedia, and a bunch of other customers with the big names. And um, like now we are, because of like AI stuff and etc., we have an opportunity to build a company because before that moment, our product was a tool for security engineers. So we said that we help the security engineers to find vulnerabilities in the mobile applications and to make it faster, to make it cheaper, etc. But AI is changing the way how you should provide a value from your product. And now we change the product and we redevelop it because we want to provide this value autonomously. So in a few months, I believe like from the beginning of July, we will provide not a tool for security engineers, but it would be an autonomous platform for offensive mobile security. So it will find vulnerabilities in mobile applications autonomously and will help teams to fix vulnerabilities with the low effort.
And just
That's
as a kind of a question, so you mentioned a little bit, so you got the present company gone through a bit of iterations, but kind of how long or has it been in business, and kind of catch us up a little bit as to the kind of how things have gone at or as a present, or kind of where things are at today.
so yeah, it was like 3 years of R&D stage because it's a heavy technical product. I would say that it may be it, it possible to build it faster, but because Sergey was building the company in bootstrap mode, so he earned money on bug bounties. He spent this money on the team. So his budget was like extremely limited in the comparison of the like conventional cybersecurity companies who are raising like I don't know $10 million on a pre-seed stage, and it's a different story. And the second thing is that he didn't push hard on go-to-market things because that's not his field and that's not his expertise. And like 1.5 years ago, I joined, and we started doing go-to-market activities more. But I because like my previous
So,
experience,
so just
yeah.
yeah, just as kind of we're starting to get towards the end of the podcast, so I just want to make sure. So just kind of catch us up. Where's it? What's the kind of the current status, or where's the business at today?
Currently, we have a bunch of customers. They are enterprises. I can't share the exact number, but it's more than 20 enterprise customers, and we also have like a big bunch of like smaller customers. But our main focus currently is enterprises, because to be honest, mobile security currently is the main, like, let's say, pain which is connected with mobile security. It's enterprises is in enterprises market, because they have more risks, they have a lot of regulations. They are mostly they are public companies, and they have reputational risks if they will meet with a data breach. And that's why our main focus is enterprises. So we have enterprises with the big names. Most of them we can't share, and we have a bunch of case studies on our website. It's oversecure.com. We have a bunch of we have also a wall of fame there, because we found it using our product. We found we found it more than we found more than 300 vulnerabilities, zero-day vulnerabilities. Maybe you've heard about like OpenAI, Claude Mythos model found zero-day vulnerabilities in some products which were like existing there like for 20 years or 15 years, but we found 300 vulnerabilities, zero-day vulnerabilities in different
Awesome.
popular apps.
Yeah, and definitely we'll give you a chance to share kind of where people might be able to go catch that up or catch up on that and see a little bit more of that details in the case studies that you're sharing. But just before we jump to that and have a little bit to people or you sharing how people can reach out to you, I always do like to wrap up each episode with the same couple questions. So we're gonna to jump to those now. So the first question I'd like to ask is, along your journey, what was the worst business decision you ever made? What'd you learn from it?
Um, I think that, yeah, during building food tech company, we raised the money, as already mentioned, and during this period of time, because during the process of exiting from the company, we faced with the conflict with one of the investors. I don't want to go in the details why it was happened, but the main learning there was for me that I underestimated and emotions in these negotiations. And because I underestimated emotions, I, let's say, escalated this conflict on the level which was much harder to handle later. And we went through the courts, through other legal stuff, and we won in this conflict. But it was a possibility to avoid it in case of I will like take care about emotions. And that doesn't mean that I don't know, for example, screamed or something. That means that I underestimated emotions of my of our investor. And so the learning is, and the top decision is underestimating emotions. And I think
Gotcha.
that's very important thing,
Yeah,
because a business
absolutely. No, I
that's
think
not.
that's definitely a great, great takeaway and a great learning. And it kind of segues probably to what you're hitting on, which is the second question I'd like to ask. So I'll jump in just so that we don't steal too much of that thunder before I get the question out. But kind of follow up on that, which would be kind of if you're to now talk or be talking with one of a startup or a small business that's just getting started, what would be the one rule of thumb that you'd recommend?
I believe that I would recommend to act more, to think less and to act more, because because if you will definitely be wrong in the most of the things. But if you act more, you will have more practical experience and you will face much faster with the limitations, and you will start fixing these limitations faster. And I think that it will help you to fail faster, and it will help you to build something new faster. It doesn't mean that, yeah. So to act more and to think less.
Gotcha. No, I think that's definitely a great rule of thumb and a great takeaway for those that are getting started or getting kicking off their startup or small business. So, with that, now as we do wrap towards the end of the episode, as I mentioned, if people want to reach out to you, they want to be a customer, they want to be a client, they want to be an employee, they want to be an investor, they want to be your next best friend, any or all of the above, what's the best way to reach out to you, contact you, find out more?
Yeah, I think the best way is our website. It's oversecured.com, and there's a context there. And I'm like me and my agent. We are reading all the requests there. We're reading all the emails there, and yeah, you could also find our LinkedIn page there. And so yeah, yeah, I would be happy to connect.
Awesome. Well, I definitely encourage people to reach out, support a great business, expand their network, and if nothing else, make a new best friend. So, with that, thank you again, Sergey, for coming on the podcast. It's been fun. It's been a pleasure. Now, for all of you that are listeners, if you have your own journey to share and you'd like to be guests on the podcast, we'd love to have you. So let's go to inventiveunicorn.com, apply to be on the show. Also, don't forget to leave us a review, click or subscribe, click share. And if any time along your journey you ever need help with patents, trademarks, or anything else for your startup or your small business, go to strategymeeting.com. Grab some time with us to chat. Well, thank you again, Sergey, for coming on the podcast, and wish the next leg of your journey even better than the last.
Thank you, Devin. Yeah, wish you good luck.
The road ain't straight, it's got a bend. Dreams of seeds we plant, my friend. Dusty boots, but a heart of gold. Your story's waiting to be told. Inventive journey, here we go. Through highs and lows, we let it flow. The startups rising, small be shine. Your time is now, your stars align. Cowbell ring and feel the beat. Hustle hard, don't take a seat. Every step you're blazing trail. Inventive journey never fails. Inventive journey.